welcome to Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube. Today is October 9th, 2024, and I have a ton of stuff to show you. So I've been super busy and I've been stitching like a mad woman. We have 3 new pattern releases, a ton of stitches. I'm like almost caught up. I'm so excited. I'm almost caught up, and what that means is then I just add more stuff to my list. So that's kind of what I do, is I stitch as much as I can and then I just pile it on. So it's not really like the best method of doing things, but it ends up being what I do. So let me know. I have had so much energy and so much time, and I've been driving all over the place and able to stitch in the car, and just have so much fun stuff to show you today. We're going to start with the first pattern that I'm going to show you. It is the 5th of the 6 releases in the Mini Signs series. It's called Booo. And so if you're in the club, you received this already. It is now available to everyone else. It is paper or PDF. And so this is a paper or PDF pattern. We have a thread pack, and then this is what it looks like stitched. Now I'm going to turn it because this fabric kind of goes wavy, so if I turn it, it stops being wavy. Let me do it this way. So this right here is mushroom 25 count Lugana. You could also stitch on 14 count mushroom. This is the soft white paddleboard that we sell. And then these 2 fabrics right here are Stitching with the Housewives ribbon, and then these are B Dots fabrics. B Dots and B Basics fabrics by Holt. And then this is an interchangeable ribbon. And just so you know, on the back of our patterns, that's where all that information is. And what I wanted to talk about on this one is how fun this would be to change up colors. So one thing I noticed going in all the different stores this season is Halloween is kind of like all over the place. There's like bright orange, light orange, pink, purple, aqua. There's just so many colors of Halloween, and I feel like it's like just very different than previous years in the home deck stores. So what I was thinking was, if you like pink, you could obviously make your ghosts pink instead of aqua. You could do this pink instead of aqua. Also, purple's a big thing now. You could do your ghost in purple and your border in purple. There's a lot you can do here, or you can just turn it traditional. But that's just one thing to think about, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the stores, Halloween is kind of all over the place. And when we're seeing fabric for next year, we're also noticing that where there's not, you know, a lot of things follow trends. And so you'll see a lot of bows all at once, and you'll see a lot of cats all at once. Halloween is all over the place. So every time we see Halloween, Kevin and I are like, okay, what is going to be the trend next year? Because it's obviously not clear. So this is the 5th of the 6th release. The next pattern release comes out in November, and if you are in the club, which I'm sure we're going to close the club soon since there's only one thing left, you're going to get that in November. So if you have any questions, let me know. I did want to let you know this is printed on really nice cardstock and color, so that's one question that a lot of you ask. So this is our first new release. I wanted to also show you the thread and kind of what I'm talking about. So like your oranges, you have the 2 colors. The aqua is used here and here. And then you have the black coffee. So, you know, you could change, you could pull 2 oranges from your stash. You could pull a color for the accent, and then most of you probably already have black coffee in your stash. This also might be cute if you put this on. There is a fabric by Fabric Flare that's like cobwebs, and that might be cute on that also. Now, last time we had a FlossTube, I showed you Set V, and here are the models that were stitched by Cheryl. But I wanted to let you know, if you're in the club, these did ship out, and these are now available for sale on the Fat Quarter Shop site. So each of these is 4 patterns in one, They're printed professionally, and then they're in color. Now with the stitch cards, there's going to be A to Z. So there's actually going to be 108 if I did the math right in my head just right now. I'm not sure if I did that right, but there's a total of 26 sets for each. They all finish at the exact same size, so you can mix and match, and every set has a different border. So you will have a total of 26 different border options and then 104 inside options. And we are going to be doing a stitch along with these, but it's we haven't nailed down it exactly, so we'll be showing you that. But this is the only one she's done for this series that's multicolored. Not multicolored, that's not multicolored, so it's all one color. But when you're looking at this, you could easily make the house one color, this one color, these accents another, and the border another. So you could easily make this several colors if you didn't want it to be monochromatic. The same thing is with the others. You could make them all one color if you wanted to, instead of doing by color. So there's always a way to change it up, so you can always think about that. Now we're going to mail these to Lori. She'll finish them and show them on her FlossTube. And of course we have the thread pack that goes with it. And this one is a lower price thread pack because it's only 4 skeins. And on this one, this fabric right here is 25 count oatmeal Lugana, and we Cheryl stitched on the mottled side. And I think I talked about it last time, but this would be really cute if you just did them horizontally or vertically. And also another idea I had would be, this would be really cute if you did 4 of these together, and each one you did like 4 colors, and then you changed the house color in each, or you kept the house red in each and then changed the outsides on each. The third pattern release is also by Lori Holt. It's Hometown Neighborhood, and this is a club, and if you're in the club, you already got this. This is called the Sunflower House. This was professionally framed in Austin, and Cheryl stitched it, and Lori does not add glass to her piece, so there's that. So there is a pattern and a PDF, and this will be online October 14th. But if you're in the club, you already got it. And we usually don't show this until it's available to everyone, but we got so many requests that we decided to go ahead and show it early. And this is the 4th in the series, 4 of 12. And each of these in the Hometown Neighborhood series has the top, which is a house, a quote, and then quilt blocks. And we did show in the first 2 how you could just stitch this and put it on a spool and just use the bottom as a spool. Now, of course, you could probably interchange the bottoms if you wanted to, but I don't know if we have everything exactly the same size. So I don't know if I would start mixing and matching. And then, of course, we have the thread pack, and this has a lot of DMC. The house is super cute. One thing I would say is you could easily change the house color, but I will say just stitching right here, like if you just stitch the pot and the sunflower, that would be so cute. And you could do, like you could do it on 10 count, and then you'd have just like a big tall sunflower. That would be really, really cute. And the sunflowers, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's 2 different browns on the inside. And this is really cute also, kind of like as a standalone. Super cute. And all of them do have this little scattered dot at the top, and then in the grass little florets, kind of, they all have that. And when Cheryl stitched these, she did not carry her thread, because I think I showed it to you last time. And then there's a little there's like little drapes in the window. So super cute. And I love the green. I love the green and the little accent of yellow in the leaves. I think this is probably going to be the most popular one, just because so many of you guys love sunflowers. And this one is stitched on Farmhouse 25 count by Lori Holt, and it's all stitched in DMC. And this whole series is based off of Lori Holt's Hometown Quilt-Along, and the patterns release around the 5th of the month every quarter. So super, super cute. And I did want to show you, like, this has really nice, I don't know, it's just like a lot. One thing that Lori wanted to do on all of these when she sends us to the framer, she wants a definite, like, detail to it. Like, she wants all of them to have a strong detail on the outside. And I think you can do that. Like, you can do complicated frames with bigger pieces. The bigger the pieces, the more complicated frame you can do. The smaller the pieces, the less complicated, because it will take away from your piece. Okay, so those are our new releases. Now I'm going to show you all my stitch along progress. And so this is my bag, and this is how I have everything in it.
It's not the cover.
Oh, sorry, it's not the cover. I can't show you the, hold on. So I just have like the pattern in there. And then I just have all my DMC on these pumpkin floss drops. I have my 5.0 glasses, pair of scissors, and my 2 Wonder Clips here. So it's all just thrown in here. And what I like about this bag is it sits up. So I've been using this where I set this next to my chair and then I just grab what I'm working on and then throw it back in. This was made from the Lori Holt panel, crochet bag panel. And we have a video on how to make the small one, but this is the bigger one. And each, like you can see, there's 2 different colors on the inside and 2 different colors on the outside. But I just like the gusset at the bottom, and it fits. The pattern fits somehow perfectly right here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my methodology on this, because this is part of Stitchtober. There is, this is available as a PDF or a paper pattern. So what I did was I outlined, and that's probably not the correct term, but that's just what I'm calling it. I just did half stitches around everything. And I did that so that I would know I ended up in the right spot. Once I got all of that done, I decided to come back. And my least favorite part is little things like this. That is my very least favorite part. So what I did is one day I did these, like this is page 1, like it's 4 different pages. So I did this page, and then I move over to this page, and then I did this page and this page. So I did them 1 page at a time, and I did all my colors, and then I did my black color or dark brown color here. I didn't pull any of the thread over or anything like that. That took me about a full week, and I took some breaks in between just because it's a lot of start and stop. And then I decided, since I finished here, let me start and do the bird. So the bird, I kind of think I should change his eye color. So we'll see if we, kind of what I was thinking was one of these 2. And that's what I love about the floss drops. You can just throw them in. So I was kind of thinking of putting 729 as his eye, just so you could see it more. But I think, and I think this right here is 782, if I'm right. So I was thinking of making the eye either 782 or 729, so you guys can let me know what you think. Now, since this is Stitchtober, we're on October 9th, and my goal is to be done by November 15th. So what I'll do with this is I'll probably, like one day I'll do his hat. A couple days later, I did start the hands. So like I'll do the hands at the same time. I'll do these at the same time. I'll probably just do sections at a time. But I really, my very favorite part of this is gonna be the overalls. So I'm saving that to the end. And that's one thing that I like to do, is save my favorite until the end, because then it makes me go faster on the parts that I don't really want to do, or or just not as fond of. So super cute. So I got this done. I'm super excited that I'm on track. The one thing I did not outline yet is the face. So I do need to do that before I fill that in. That's the only thing that I didn't really prep for. And then right here. So you guys are saying 729. So, and then this, when I put it in my bag, I just roll it like this. And then the top, there's no stitching up here. So I fold it like this, and then I put it in my bag, and then it doesn't really get too many wrinkles because it's rolled. Okay, so like I mentioned at the beginning, I kind of went on a stitching craziness. And 2 weeks ago, I showed you the 4th in the seasonal sampler series by Diane Williams of Little House Needleworks, and Autumn was the last in the series. And it comes with the thread. So the thread comes in it. So you get the pattern. On this side is the color. On the back side is the black and white pattern. But I was watching TV, and I thought, you know what, let me just stitch this. Now, the one thing that I did do is the vanilla custard was the white, but it didn't show up on my fabric. So I did change these little cream to tea and biscuits. And so that was the only change I made. And I had that in my stash, so I didn't have to buy anything. And I wanted to see if I could get all 4 on one piece. So I bought the Witchell Natural 14 count piece. It's like a fat quarter size or something. And I cut it up into 4 rectangles, and I'm gonna make all 4. And so we did a set where you can buy all 4. And I'm gonna show them to you. But you can buy these individually, or you can buy them as a set. So this is the last one that came out, and that's the one that I stitched. And basically the thread included is Classic Colorworks. I'm gonna do winter next, and then I'll do spring and summer. And I'll probably do all of these by the end of the year just because they're super cute. Now, if you guys have any finishing ideas, let me know, because I haven't really decided. Should I frame them? I think they'd be kind of cute if I put a really big fat frame on them, but it might take away from the design. I could do pillows. I don't know. I haven't decided. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I won't finish them until I have all of them done. Now, I don't know. Like here, I'll probably also do tea and biscuits instead of the white that comes with it. All of them have a different white, but this one has bamboo. So what I did on this one to see if it showed up is I stitched with vanilla custard a couple of stitches to see if I could see it, and then I couldn't see it, so I pulled them out. So I might keep these with the whites that come with it. I might not. I just kind of play it by ear, but I just think they're really cute, and I love the look of the natural on her designs. So love these. I think that was the first thing that I stitched after the last live stream. And then guys, I pulled it back out. You know why? Denise, she told me, I said, have we colored Wisteria Lane? And she said, no, I'm not gonna do it until you finish this one. So she's motivating me to finish. So this is called Houses on Pumpkin Lane. It's a 9-part series. I'm stitching all 9 in one piece. It's designed by Pansy Patch Quilts, and I'm stitching on 18 count Vintage Country Mocha. It's a 36 by 43 inch piece is the size, and I'm doing the modeled size. The border, which is considered these parts, that part you get the pattern on her website. So I'm supposed to be done by now. I'm supposed to have the whole thing done, but obviously I'm behind. So what I did is I started this. This is about 8 hours of just this. But I thought it would be good to kind of show you what I do. I usually start on something like this, I start at the bottom or the top. So I started at the top, but before I did all of this, I really wanted to make sure my spacing worked out. So I stitched like right here, just right here. I stitched the bird, and then I stitched the edge of the house roof, the edge of this yellow house, and then I counted down and across to make sure that I was 100% lined up, so that before I tried to stitch the whole thing, that I was not off on stitches. And I have a lot of it done. This, you can see that I kind of I'm doing the outline of the yellow first, and then I'm filling in. And the thread I'm using for this is a thread pack that we put together. It's called Kimberly's Houses on Pumpkin Lane thread pack. It's a starter pack. And we are working on getting the DMC floss for the Sunflower House online today. So let me know if you have any questions on this. The one thing I didn't mention is I'm doing this with one strand. So it's actually not as hard as I thought. I'm getting a lot more used to it than I was at the beginning. Because it's one strand, I cut my thread in half of my usual size so that I don't start getting knots and things like that. But I'm going to make myself finish this one before I can do anything else fun. So I'll probably, to motivate myself, finish this. Probably take me 10 or 11 more hours, and then I will do the little house winter, and then I'll do other stuff. But it is so pretty, and I think, you know, this, it doesn't exactly match my house, but it's just so pretty, and it's, it really is very folk arty. And so I actually know somebody who really likes folk art, and I'm kind of thinking about giving it as a gift. So we will see how that goes. But I'm very excited that I got motivated and I got this one back out. And so you can see I just have the house, the bottom, and then this little thing here, and then the squirrel. So not too much, but it is important for me to, instead of just doing this whole thing and then doing everything, to make sure that I have some type of basis of I'm in the right spot. And then this one, I just do the same thing. I just roll it up and throw it in my bag. And this one, my bag, I'll show you what bag I have it in. I have it in this bag, and it's just same thing. I just throw it in there. So I used to be a little bit neater, but I just really don't have time to do that. So, oh, and I'll show you the back. So I don't carry too much across. I guess it depends. Okay, so I got that done. And then, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So if you guys are in the Sayings of the Season Club, this is the third in the series by Stitching with the Housewives. And this comes with the fabric, the floss, the finishing fabric to put it on, and a needle charm.
No, enamel charm.
It's a charm.
It's an enamel charm.
It's a charm, Jordan. So, super cute. And the bag it comes in is this, and it's so cute. So I use these bags quite a bit. All of the ones that I've gotten in the club I've kept for small projects, kind of like that little house one. But it's super cute. I love it. Do we have the others?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you the others just so that you can see them stitched, because I know a lot of you haven't stitched them yet. So is this the first one?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first one. I'll show you the finishing piece in a second. This is the second one. I just kind of wanted to show them to you together so you can see how cute they are. And in each club, you would have gotten this fabric, and like this one has the orange fabric that is picked by Priscilla and Chelsea. And oh my gosh, these are so, so cute. I love them. And the last one will ship in November 4th. And the only reason the last one was a little bit late is the the bag was a little bit late. I don't know if you guys have seen in the news, but there's been some port delays, and there's probably going to be a lot more. So some things will start getting delayed until that is corrected, completely out of our control. So super, super cute. And then this is what we put them on. And all this information is on the pattern. And we do have some kits left of this. I think it's not going to be very many. And then the patterns will not come out individually until the very end of the program when Priscilla and Chelsea decide to pull them out. But I just think it's so cute, and I hope you guys like it. I just thought it'd be so cute to show it to you all together. And then I've seen the winter one. So when we stitch that, I'll show that to you too. And then when we store them, that's kind of what you do. So I got that done. That took quite a bit of time. That's black Monaco 28 count. I go a lot slower on that. That probably took me probably 12 hours, quite a bit of time. Bittersweet Boulevard, I got this done. This only took like maybe 4 hours. So this is the one, this is the brand new club that it's sold out at Fat Quarter Shop, but it's called Blooming Roots, and this is, there's two. So the first one is right here on the left. The second one is Bittersweet Boulevard, and all I'm doing is stitching the grass, the house, and the chimneys, and that's it. Now you can see the size difference is slightly different, but it's not enough to matter. So this one's a little bit taller, but it's the same width. So I just keep, what I'm gonna do going forward is I'm gonna keep the previous one in my bag so I can kind of follow what I did before. I could have left if I left these two chimneys off, it would have been the same height. But I thought, you know, this one has chimneys, let me leave it. So these are super easy. I'm stitching these with called for fancy floss. I'm using 14 count pale gray gingham, and we just cut up, I don't know, you think these are like 7-inch squares?
Probably.
They're probably like 7 or 8-inch squares, and I think we used 2 pieces to get all of them. And then we have this frame that's coming out soon, and it's called Flower Lane Cottage, no. Sorry, it is called, I'm gonna look, oh, it's right here. It's called White Shabby Chic 4.5-inch square frame. It's coming in stock in December of this year. So I'm gonna do them individually. So it's gonna be like, I'm gonna have like 12 of them. Now, Denise is filming a reel on how you do it, because she's gonna show you how you create the back of it. Now, I do wanna show you the difference. So, you know, that one, there's more space. And then when you go to this one, there's going to be a little bit less space because it's taller. So it'll be a little bit harder for Denise to, you know what I mean, to get it in there perfectly. Now, I could have left the chimneys off, but like I said, I wanted them all to have chimneys. So I think it's super cute. This one was a little bit easier and less time because this white right here, it's not stitched. And the windows are not stitched on either ones. That's why it's really fast, because if you have all this empty space, it's less to stitch. So super cute. Poinsettia Place is the next one. I'm sure I said that name wrong. I'm very sorry. I don't know how to say it. So that one is so cute. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna stitch the house. I'm gonna hope the house top is not too tall for my frame. If it is, I'll just make some kind of adjustments. But basically, I just wrote down my stitch count in a file. So I wrote down the stitch count I used on this one and this one in a spreadsheet. So when I'm at home, I can just look, and I just try to make that one, which you can click to be notified when it comes in. It is part of the club, the pattern club, but that is sold out. So you can click to be notified when that comes in, or if you're in the club, it will come, you know, automatically to your door from Fat Quarter Shop. And this right here, if you want to finish it like Priscilla, the finishing she's showing is Flower Lane Cottage Cross Stitch Display by 141, no, Paisleys and Polka Dots. So there you go. There's, oh, and then this does come with the frame. This is the back. But she's going to show how you put the, like the batting, the sticky board, all the things. And I was still stitching, guys. I mean, I don't know. I just like became an Energizer bunny this month. So I got October done for Square Dance. I only have November and December left. And what I changed on this one was on the letters. Instead of all of them being this dark brown, I just changed the color to whatever I thought looked best. And to do that, I kind of would start with the outside and do a couple of owls and then add the words. Now, one thing that I did do differently here, and I did it in some previous months, we're going to zoom in and see real close if we can show you. Okay, right there. Okay. So right here, these look like French knots. They are not. I despise French knots. So these are tiny X's stitched over one square on top of the previous stitches. You can barely see it, but they look a lot better than if I would have done French knots. My French knots would have looked ugly. So it ends up looking the same. This is stitched on the Monaco tea-dyed colorway. And so it's got the, you know, the squares. It's not like Ada. So I can, and then you can see, like, I kind of would just use the back to see where to put it in. Anyway, that is all done and cute. And these don't take me very long. These are really fun to do just while you're watching TV. I've been watching lots of good TV, listening to a lot of good audiobooks. I watched ACL this weekend. So I have had, the more stuff I have to watch, the easier it is for me to stitch, if that makes any sense. So this one, I am using the called for thread by Heart and Hand. The only change I made was I'm using baking tin instead of the suit color, and then I'm changing these letters. And I just started with the thread pack that we put together of hers, and I still have plenty of thread left. So super cute. And so, you know, I would only do these little if I have Monaco. If I'm doing Ada, I can't really get these little squares, but you can't tell a difference, but it's a lot less frustrating to stitch an X than it is to do that. So then I stitched even more. I mean, I don't even know where my energy comes from, is all I gotta say. So this next one, I got October Barn Sweet Barn done. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So same thing as the Heart and Hand. I only have November, December done, left. And this one, Jordan stitched. Look at those stitches, they're perfect. Oh my gosh, Jordan stitch is so good. So Jordan stitched all of this for us for a sample maker. And this one right here, this is stitched on 25 count white Monaco. No, yeah. 25 count white, what's the name of it?
Zygarde, even weave.
Even weave. This is stitched on pale gray gingham 14 count. So you can see his is bigger because it's 25 count. And then we'll show Cheryl's, which is stitched on the same fabric right here, but 1/1, Jordan stitched 2/2. Super cute. And this is all in DMC. The pattern is called Barn Sweet Barn. You can stitch them individually like Jordan did. You can stitch them in one piece over, you know, big, or you can stitch them like Cheryl small, and we'll show Cheryl's soon. Now this one I'm definitely going to frame. I am really kind of struggling with this one because what color do you frame it in? Because if you frame it in white, it's you need something to offset it. So you have to pick a color. So I was kind of thinking if I could find something like this color, or I might just go with something gray. But definitely I'm not going to be able to frame this in white. Everyone's saying, nice job, Jordan. So good job, Jordan. Oh, and I'll show the back. He's very, oh my God. Jordan. Hold on. How did you do that?
He did 1 X at a time.
I know, but there's little, look at this, Denise. Look at the back, it's all perfect. No, I'm serious. Look, I don't have any of those circles. Anyway, wow, really cute. So yeah, so it really, I guess on the back, it really doesn't matter, but I can guarantee, oh, and one thing that Jordan did that he wanted me to tell you is he did 1X at a time. So whereas I do the sewing method and I go faster, he did 1X at a time. Then I got the temperature chart done for September. So I just have October, November, December, and you can see all this pink. Now, I'm hoping that fall starts soon. It's still very hot here, so I'm hoping it cools off just a little bit. So that's what I got done in 2 weeks. A ton of stuff. I do, on this one, I do this all at one time at the end of the month just to save time instead of one stitch a day. I mean, that's just, and this one was actually super easy because these whole 2 rows was all the same, which has not happened in any of these months before. I was like, oh, I can just stitch all the way across. And this is also that 14 count pale gray gingham. So that's all my stitching. I think I should take a break and answer questions. Okay, I'm not gonna take a break. I'm gonna look at the camera and I'm going to answer questions because I'm gonna show you some fully finished items. I'm gonna show you Cheryl's items. I'm gonna show you new items and I'm gonna show you flash sales. So I thought I should stop and answer some questions. What size of sticky board do you use to finish the sayings of the seasons?
I know it's 11 by 14.
11 by 14. And thank you, Denise finished all of those. Jordan, go to the next question. Has Kimberly heard anything about getting more black Monaco? No, I wish. When you do not carry stitches on small items like the dots on Lori's hometown holiday, do you stop and start each new one? Yes. Yes. When will you complete Glitter Village? I have no idea. Probably never. I see it from time to time. I have 2 that I didn't finish. One is Glitter Village and one is something else like that.
Nutcracker?
I don't know. They're in a drawer. And so I have to eventually put something else in that drawer. So one day I'll finish them. Are the houses on Pumpkin Lane colored charts? Yes. Sunflower House DMC thread packs should be available this week. Are you starting and stopping on each leaf? Can you walk through that for Scarecrow pattern? Yeah, I am starting and stopping each. Okay, so here you can see the back. So what I do is, okay, let's just break it up by page. This is approximately 1 page. So what I do is I find the ones closest to my stitching and I'll start those. And I will, if I have a yellow and an orange that are the same, I try to do them all at the same time. So I'll try to do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, all the yellows. And then I'll pick another color and do all of those. And I do all the colors until I'm done and then I do the black. Or it's like a dark brown, but I do not carry any of them over. Now, I'm sure you could, but that's why it's my least favorite part because you start and stop. But, you know, I did all my denims at the same time. And I just do that by page. If I try to do that for the whole thing, like if I try to do all this green, this green, this green, this, I would get confused. But by page, I try to keep it all one design. And then also, you know, these leaves are all the same stitch throughout. So doing them all at one time, you kind of have it memorized, your patterns, so you're less likely to make a mistake. Do you have a tutorial on how to start and stop with 1 strand of floss? Do we have a tutorial on how to start and stop with 1 strand of floss? I think we've done that before. I can't think of the exact video. With 1 strand though, I just hold the back, stitch over it, and then pull it under. So, Now we will show fully finished pieces. Okay, so some of these you've seen before. I'm gonna start with the one I just stitched and then kind of show you how they're starting to look all together.
I'm gonna give it to you in reverse.
This is the most recent one?
Yeah, I'll give them.
Okay, so this is, these are ones I have finished stitching in the last couple of months that Denise has now fully finished for me. So this is pumpkins. This is part of the word swap series by Stitching with the Housewives. It's a 12-month series, but it's really not. It's a lot more because they keep adding. So I stitched pumpkins, sunflowers, and lemons. Okay, so lemons, and one of these was a bonus. I can't remember which one.
Lemons.
Lemons was the bonus, but I did both. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. So these are the ones that she just finished this week. I mean, this week, last week, something like that. And then this one also. So this is Liberty. These are previous ones that I've stitched.
That's a bonus.
Oh my gosh, there's more.
It's just these two.
And then these two. So this is how it's looking all together. So I have 8 done. The only one I've skipped is the
Jack-o'-lantern.
jack-o'-lantern because it's orange and black, and if I already have pumpkins, I don't feel like I need a second one. Now, these are all finished on this wood pile piece from Hobby Lobby. The number is on the back of the pattern. It's only $7.99. So I think Denise bought 14 of them or something, so that we had enough. And then we're going to show some pop-ups of future ones. So Quilter, this is another one. This is one that is going to be available next month or anytime. I can't remember if it's this month, next month, but basically it's a coordinate to the cross stitcher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch Quilter, like the words, and then where you see the spools, I'm going to end up using these 4 colors. Now, I haven't looked at her pattern because I don't have it yet to see what colors she used. But when I do the spools and the quilt, I'm going to make it match this so that both pieces can go next to each other. So I'll probably just pull everything I have left over from this one to start Quilter. And then Harvest is another one that's coming in the next month or two. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this one because I've already done pumpkins. Harvest is a little bit different, so I mean, I'm probably going to do it. I will say that I'm going to make the brown a little bit lighter just because, I don't know, I'm just going to make it a little bit lighter. Now, all of these, they stitched all of their samples on Monaco 28 count. I've stitched all of mine on 14 count pale gray gingham by Fabric Flare. And oh, really? Oh, yes. Okay, you're right. Sorry. I stitched all of these in the 14 count whitewash board because I've centered them within the stripe. These were all framed by Denise using frames from Hobby Lobby that were $7.99. I'm not sure if she used a coupon or not. And then these all have different Priscilla and Chelsea fabrics on the back. So now I have 8 done. But this is probably one of my favorite series that I've done in a long time. I just think it's really cute. It's so easy to display. I love anytime something is finished on something that can sit up without an easel because I know that I'm going to be more likely to put that out because you just set it on a table and go. Now this one I can tell you is already decorating our office. So we pulled that from there. So those 3 of these were brand new. I don't know which ones were which, but I just wanted to show them all together. I just think it looks good. And then when you store them, if you put them like this together, that's great. I wouldn't do this because you wouldn't want this little thing to accidentally snag down here. And then Cheryl has been stitching a lot. And she's stitching a lot of Halloween. So this is Miss Raven's Pumpkin Sampler by Artful Offerings. And this is 20 count hand-dyed Ada from her stash. She's using called for DMC and Weeks Dye Works, and she's doing 1 stitch over 1 square. So as of now, she hasn't changed any colors. You know, that's not to say when she gets further along, she might change a color or two. I want to show you the back too. So this is 1 over 1. So if you zoom in, Jordan, for the question that had on that is, you can see this is where she started. She just held the thread on the back, stitched over about 4 stitches, and then when she's done, she goes under about 4 stitches. So, Artful Offerings. Hey Pumpkin by Scarlet House. This is a new pattern this year, right? So this is a new pattern by Scarlet House. Cheryl stitched this on 36 count Cafe au Lait linen by Fiber on a Whim. She's using called for Weeks and Classic Colorworks. There's only 3 colors in it. And she's stitching this one 1 stitch over 2 squares. 1 strand over 2 squares. This one's going to be really cute. This is really cute. And this is one where when you look at it, kind of like Booo, if you decorate in pink and purple, you could do, you could do the word pumpkin in purple. You could do, you can change up the colors. And if you're ever somebody who wants to change colors, a pattern like this would be great to start with because it's 3 threads. So if you only have to change 3 colors, it's a lot easier than trying to change 20 colors. Ask me how Denise and I know that. Harvest Moon by Annie B's Folk Art. This way? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is 40 count Cappuccino Linen by Fiber on a Whim. She's using called for Gentle Arts. We have this fabric on order. It will be in stock any day. She's using Classic Colorworks. The one change she's making is she's making, for the house, she's making it wavy navy, which instead of the red house, she's making it wavy navy. And then right here, this is Witching Hour. Here she's using wavy navy. And this is 1 strand over 2 squares. And one thing Cheryl does always leave these on. I'd probably take it off because I'd go crazy. Now the new book this year from Teresa Kogut. Last year was Hello Pumpkin. This year is Hello Autumn. Okay, so it's one of the ones in here. Let me find it. It's called Harvest Moon. And so this is one of the books that has... Scroll down. It's called Folksy Thomas. So it's like a little turkey. This is 40 count Moonstone Linen by Fiber on a Whim. Called for threads. 1 strand over 2, and we will have more patterns in 2 days. They're actually booklets. So you can see she's right here, and it's a sampler because it has the alphabet. Super cute. If I turn it a little bit, it looks a little like sometimes the camera makes it shaky. For flash sales, we have 2 items today. 1 item. It is the Q-Snap Keep It Clean Grime Guard, and it's like a baby diaper is what it looks like. But you put it around your Q-Snap. You could also put it around the Nerge. But basically you put this around it, and that way if your hand is holding it, the grime from your hand won't get on it. So if you are somebody who uses these, now you can also get these cute on Etsy. But this is on sale today. New items we have from Stitching with the Housewives. These are both PDFs. Broom Corn Seeds and Black Cats and Spooky Bats. the gingerbread girl is from the Sassy Stripper series, so I'm assuming there's going to be 3 or 4 more of these. This is the end of the Halloween series. This is the beginning of the gingerbread. And then this is also, there's going to be 4 or 5 of the football roundabouts. So fall is for football season, super cute. These would be real. I was kind of thinking this would be cute to make and then put in one of my boys' rooms, like put one in each room. They look super easy. And then if you want to know about this piece right here and the stick it's on, all of that is on the Stitching with the Housewives YouTube channel from this weekend. And this is their ribbon and this is their fabric. One thing that we did put together is we put together some cross-stitch pattern grab bags, and each of them has 10 patterns. They're just random patterns. It's a really good price. They come out to super cheap but basically it's just a way for us to, you know, you get a little grab bag. Hopefully you get some stuff you like.
Great if you just started out stitching.
And great if you're just starting out stitching and you want to save money. And it also would be a great retreat gift idea. Like if you're going to a retreat, you could buy a couple of these and then give them out to, you know, let your friends pick the patterns they like. Then we have patterns from, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 people, 10 people. So heartstring sampler, coffee saves lives, coffee Quaker, and there is a part, hold on. Okay, part 2. Fairy Coffee Mother part 3. So these are all just coffee themed, and there's oh, this is part 1, part 2, part 3. Part 4. Coffee Bean Sampler. Coffee Drinker's Confession part 5. Say Coffee part 6. C is for coffee, number 8. And part 1. So there's a lot of the coffees if you drink coffee. Let me read some of them though, because you guys are going to want to know that. So this one is just the alphabet sampler, and it says coffee saves lives. Initials. I don't have a problem with coffee. I have a problem without coffee. That's pretty good. First, I drink the coffee, then I do the things. That's cute. If you can't remember my name, just say coffee and I'll turn around. I need a fairy coffee mother. Does I say mother? Yeah, fairy coffee mother. C is for coffee. And this is the alphabet. My birthstone's the coffee bean, Beth Twist. I mean, that's the designer's name, and then some initials, and then, oh, this is just her last name. Then she also has my necessity. It says, you're the cream in my coffee. You're the sole on my shoe. My necessity, I'd be lost without you. And then Festive Little Fob's Coffee Edition. Oh my gosh. So she's like, if you like coffee, this is it. So cute. And these are like little coffee cups, the little coffee pot. Super cute. So those are heartstring samplers. Tiny Modernist has Witch's Tea Party. Nordic Ornament Tree. I think this one's really cute. These I stitched something similar to this a couple of years ago by Tiny Modernist. It's Ornament Series parts 1 through 4. So I'm sure there's going to be more. One year she did like signs. Each year she does something different for Christmas. Super cute. Halloween Greetings. It's called the Pumpkin Coach. And then this is the final pattern in the Haunted Cuckoo Clock series. There's 4 patterns, so you would need all 4 patterns to make all of this. We sell them individually and as a full set. So that's the Haunted Cuckoo Clock. This, I'm going to put it next to it. This is the Christmas Cuckoo Clock Part 2. So we already have Part 1 out. And that will also be a 4-part series that we'll sell individually and as a set when we get the last one. This is Part 9 of an 11-part series called the Tarot for Stitchers. Wait, let me see. Yeah, I did those. Heart and Hand. This is an older pattern that we had a request for. It's called Nativity, so just to let you know, we got it. And it does have right here, this is right here, that's a button. So the button comes right there. So, super cute. It says, "Come and adore." Primrose Summer Quaker arrived. We had all of her previous patterns. This was just the last one to arrive. And this one, there's other Quakers that go with it, like spring, etc. This is Hands-On Design and Summer House Stitch Works. They came out with the book. It's called Between Friends, a fall sampling. So cute. I love the pumpkins coming over. I think this one's really cute. I'm gonna, I guess this is also in there. I'm gonna look and see. That's the same one, just stitched different colors and different sizes. There's some ribbons that you could stitch. Some little pumpkins with felt. A stack of jacks, and then there are instructions on how you do them. Pumpkin Patch Pouch. Pumpkin on a Roll. Flowers turn and pumpkins gleam, a place to rest, a stitch to seam. And then obviously the front item. And so this is, you know, one size. I guess this is the same one, just smaller photo. Little House Needleworks came out with Peace. I think this is a new one, right? Okay, I'm gonna try to read it to you. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna open it and read it because of my eyesight. Oh. I rest, my dear, within the wood, drawn by its silent call. Far from the throbbing crowd of men, on nature's breast I fall. My couch is sweet with blossoms fair, a bed of fragrant dreams, and soft upon my ear there falls the lullaby of streams. And then it says peace.
Jordan, can you zoom in?
Oh yeah, there you can see it a lot better. And then the stitch count is 219 by 113. Carriage House Sampler has the Garden Sampler. So it's a standalone pattern. I'm so excited I got a new birdhouse. I know I'm old when I get excited. I got an aqua birdhouse. Not a birdhouse, a bird feeder. I'm waiting for birds to show up, and then I was going to take a photo and show Lori and surprise her because it matches her colors. And then Blackbird Design, they re-released 6 older patterns. So this is the Light Upon the Lawn. She Sights a Bird. My Friend's House. It says the ornament of a house is the friends who frequent it. And it has the alphabet. Loose Feathers Part 6. Mother's Garden. And so I'm assuming these are initials, like a family initials. Halloween Greeting. So it's two charts, you know, very similar. The Raven Book. These are applique quilt designs, so this is not cross stitch. So I'll show you, I'm gonna flip through and show you. So basically it has all the applique pieces. And I can flip through the quilt book because, I mean, you can't screenshot it. So it makes the big quilt on the front. So if you like applique, I'm going to look at what year this was released because I remember being in business when this first released, and this was like a huge hit. So it's 9 different blocks and then the setting. Inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven, this 9-block series is perfect to welcome autumn. Each block's name is taken from a bit of Poe's poetry. The birds, whether perching on a pumpkin or silhouetted by the light of the harvest moon, are sure to add a bit of whimsy in your home. Okay, I'm going to see if the year is in here. 2016. So 8 years ago.
That's a question.
Where do I read it?
What's the stitch count on Mother's Garden?
Oh, the stitch count on Mother's Garden is 119 by 201. And then it says, Barb celebrates her mother's side of the family with this sampler. She has stitched the initials of her mother, her mother's children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren among the posies. Honor your mom by stitching this piece. Each of the empty boxes on the chart indicates a space for initials. And then the initials are right here. And then, okay, this is a, we recently got in the Halloween ornaments. And we just got, we just got in we got Halloween, now we have holiday. Christmas. Well, it says, yeah, Christmas, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna flip through. And I'm just gonna flip to the pages that don't have charts. Tree ornaments. Oh, that's cute. So blessed. That's really cute. Santa ornaments, and then there's a little mouse. These are cute. Those would be really cute if you stitch them like horizontally. Old Saint Nick. Home for the holidays. House of Christmas. Joy to the World. Kid at Heart. This one's cute. And each of these are different designers. Furry Friends gift tags. Jingle Bells. So there's some bigger charts in here. They're not all just ornaments. Let It Snow. Sweet Treats. So that's cross-stitched. Tis the Season. And there you go. The Cross Stitch 2024 Holiday Christmas Edition. Okay, so I am going to...
It's new.
this is a new fabric. This is, I think we got a request for it. It's by Witchell, and the color is mocha, and it's 14 count. I want to show it to you next to the natural, and I want to show it next to Vintage Country Mocha, just so you can see the color difference. So this is kind of got, in person it's browner than it is.
This is tea dyed.
This is tea dyed Monaco. This is 25 count Vintage Country Mocha. So you can see that Monaco is lighter than Vintage Country Mocha. This is obviously brighter. And then I'm going to show it to you in the camera because you can see it better. It looks better this way. So it's like kind of an in-between color. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a Christmas themed stream, and we're going to show you all kinds of Christmas pieces that were stitched by me, Denise, and Cheryl. I'm going to answer any questions, so if you have any, pop them in now. What fabric is used to stitch the projects in between friends? Weeks, Dye Works, Tiger's Eye, and what is the neutral? We're going to look right now. I don't actually know. Is the 2025 Book of Days coming soon? Cheryl will email them and see. I haven't seen anything on that yet, but can we, Cheryl or Denise will email. What is my favorite stitch you're currently working on? I would say I really like the, what are they called, Denise? The seasonal samplers, because I can just start and stop them, and that's something that, you know, I really enjoy because it's quick. I also really like the quilted Scarecrow because I love doing lines, like horizontal or vertical lines, and I'm almost to the point where I can do that. I really, to be honest, enjoy all the things I do. I only stitch what I like, and so I don't ever stitch something that I don't like because that wouldn't be fun. Not a question, but a compliment. I love the crochet blanket you made. Thank you. So on that blanket, I did that. I went to visit Lori, and I just had fun, and she had some thread sitting there, and I was like, oh, let me just make something. So I wanted to make something for myself. I never make myself anything. I'm currently working on, I just finished Peyton's blanket. I'm currently working on a blanket for Emma, and it's going to be college themed. So it's going to be like cream and then college colors. So I have the cream part started, but I'm not starting the college colors yet until she gets selected. She's gotten into a couple of colleges. She'll probably find out early December on her first choice. So we will see, but yes. Thank you so much. And I will give more information on that. Basically, I just took a lot of Lori's YouTube videos that she's done and just sewed it together and had fun, and was just fun, something to do that wasn't on my work list, I guess. But make sure you join us in 2 weeks. We're going to have all kinds of Christmas stuff. And one thing that we're going to do, we're going to show, like we always do, a lot of different designers, a lot of different fabrics, a lot of different skill levels. So you'll want to mark your calendars for 2 weeks from now. I hope all of you have a great couple of weeks, and I'll see you soon.